Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm going to work on that, throw that handle on that chef's knife. I got these really cool pieces here, Buckeye Burl with some resin infused in it. I got these on eBay from this guy. Super great to communicate with. It does various different sizes and stuff, so we're going to go ahead and put these on. Shit. Well, that was the wrong time of day to do that, wasn't it? Anyway, maybe I'll try to cut that out. Maybe not. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get these lined up and get ready to put them on. All right, everybody, right back here. So I went ahead and got these all taped together. Just so it doesn't move when you're drilling and stuff like that, when it's a little bit easier. I think I settled, after looking, at putting the top up here and taking this out. I think that's going to give me my best color here. Let me go grab the knife and we'll put it up there and kind of show you what I mean. Alright, so this is kind of what it's going to look like. See, I'll get a lot of this. I'm going to lose some of this here, but if we pull this down, and remember that's going to be on the outside, so I'll have that towards the top, and then also a little bit here on this front edge. Some of this will get sanded off because I'll square it up and whatnot, but I think that's going to be about the best look. Guess I could have went this way. Sorry for my camera holding here. Let me see if I can get it put down and held in place for us. There, let's try that. So, I'm not sure. Either way I put it, it's going to cut a lot of that out. So, if we do it this way, it's going to cut this heavy figure off of it on that side. So you got to kind of, I mean, I could flip-flop it maybe, take them back apart and flip-flop it, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with this because I think that's going to look pretty cool on there. So essentially it's going to be like that. Let me get the camera moved around here and whatnot. I'll be right with you. Alright, another quick little tidbit that I forgot to show you is before you get everything ready to drill your pins, make sure you cut your pins. That way you can slide one in right away, so they don't move. Things don't move around. You can clamp it if you want. I guess if you really want to, you can. I've never had many problems with things moving around, but that's not to say that it won't happen. So maybe I should do that. But of course my clamps are on the other side of the room, so I guess we won't. So get it kind of squared away where you want it here. Give it a little test run. Not quite there. Alright, that looks pretty good right there. Alright, and I think that's about where we want it here, so we're going to go ahead and give it the old college try once. Now, you don't have to be in a hurry here. It's nice and easy. Make sure you do go all the way through though. You'll know when you get all the way through. Obviously, any half-wit dummy can figure that out. Alright, so before I move anything around too far, I'm going to bring him out here and just shove that pin in that hole. Doesn't have to go all the way through because of the fact that you're got it held. Okay. Now we're gonna. This one is the one that's gonna make or break you, so to speak. I guess. Whatever. Anyway, make sure you get her lined up where you want it. Then redo. It's a hard knot. Alrighty. Now we should have her right where we want it. I know you can't see that, but hole's a little bit tight, but that's alright. That's what we like, right? Anyway, so now best way to do this that I found is just take a pencil or whatever, kind of mark it out. I think I got a pencil around here somewhere. We're just going to give her a little marky mark here. Not like the Funky Bunch kind, but, you know, just a mark. Did I just show my age there? There. Now, because we've got this all taped together, which, hang on, let me move the damn camera again. Pay no attention to my dirty bench here. Alright, so now that we've got it all marked out, you know what it's like trying to look through here, trying to figure out where your hands are. So now we can sand this down a little bit if you had a good bandsaw blade like I don't. You could just cut it and get it close. So we're going to go ahead and do that and get it close, and I will be back with you here shortly when I get that done. Alright, we got it roughed in. If you remember, pencil marks right there. Just got it roughed in. Front end, man, that's going to look pretty cool. We're going to do a little bit of hand sanding on this front end now to get it all shined up and done, because you're not going to be able to really get to it once you get it put on. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done there. I don't think I have to explain hand sanding. And then I'll do a dry fit just to kind of see how it is and make sure everything's kind of lining up where it should, and be back with you. Alright, we got it all sanded here, clear up to 1500 grit. You can kind of see a little bit shiny right there. I'm going to run it over the buffer and just kind of give it its last little polish here for now. And I'll be right back with you. Alright, I'm not going to use any polishing compound on it. I'm just going to go real light, because this stuff will meld up pretty quick. Can you see the difference in it? The shine? So I didn't hardly use any pressure on there at all. Just nice and easy. Alright, total screw up on my part. I forgot to start recording when we were doing this here. So I usually just do like so. I get it sat down real nice and neat here on the old table saw thing where I can get her flat. Don't get a bunch of garf on your fingers. No piss. What happens when you push the damn other one down. There. There we go, by God. Probably don't have enough epoxy mixed up here, but we're gonna give it hell and see what we got. I like to fill up the holes good, so you get a good bond and you don't have to worry about it coming off. But I probably don't have enough mixed up. We can remedy that right quick. Don't be afraid of the epoxy. You can always wipe a little off. And you can always get it on your fingers and shit too, you know. Oh wait, I forgot this. Well, this isn't necessarily a kid's show, so. Generally, I wrap the blade in painter's tape also, but like an idiot, I was in a hurry and wanted to get this done. Neighbor's dog saying hi. Alright, so this kind of gives you a somewhat of an idea when I put this on here what it looks like. I hope I put that on the right side. I did. So I think that is just going to come out just prettier than all hell. Got a little on the end here, so I'll get that cleaned up. Gotten it on my fingers 2 or 3 times. I know. I make gloves every day, but it ain't happening good. Always make sure you push it completely through, so you got your pins sticking out on both sides, and go ahead and clean your cracks. And if you don't, that stuff's damn near impossible to get out of there. Just get her good and snug right there on the ends for now. Can you tell I've had practice of doing this by myself? then that one I put it right on top of the pin. There you go. Sometimes it's always better to have an extra hand if you can. Clean hands save lives, that's what they say. Alright, now we're going to give her another gander here. Alrighty, well, we're going to let this set up until tomorrow. Give it maximum bonding time, and we'll take her out of the clamps and start working on it. So, thanks for watching. Good morning, everybody. Alrighty, we got her out of the clamps. Everything looks good. Don't have any gaps. Super close up. How's that? And now I'll explain. Well, I won't explain, but I'll show you why. When you're gluing this up, before you do, you want to get all that stuff off there because it's going to be hard to get there. I know that's going to be a good thick handle. I'll thin it down some here a little bit, but go ahead and get some of that done here. Be right back with you. Alright, everybody, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not with that fan blowing, but I'm gonna have to keep the dust down here a little bit and put my mask on so I don't breathe it all in. But I'm gonna start sanding this down and shaping it, and let me go get my mask on and I'll be right there. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to go to a little bit more aggressive of a belt to get some of these sides done just a little bit. That one was a 120. I like using those on, I got it here is an 80 grit ceramic. I know you should probably save this for the metal cutting part, but I like using them on the, I guess I'd take the notion that I pay for them, I can use them for what I want. How's that? But like a dumbass, I've been in a hurry here, so let me stop this and get some tape put on it and I'll be back. Alright, everybody, now comes the fun part. We got this all shaped and everything. So now what I'm going to do is take some of these old 1x30 belts that I have and get in here and start rounding everything over. if you get to a place where maybe you think it's going to be a little too wide for you, or your belt's a little wide, just tear it in half and go with something else. Or you can get you some, you can always get you a little roll of emery cloth. Comes in a roll like this, a little small one. Get it at the hardware store or whatever. And the old adage, 2 is 1, 1 is none, see? Then you can get into these smaller areas a little bit better. I've done it both ways. Making a mistake doing it this way are far less than on the grinder. So let me get this paused and be back with you here. Alright everybody, all sanded down to 1200 grit. We're going to go ahead and run this over the buffer. Blade side, it's not sharp yet. Blade and the handle. I got a little bit, remember like I was saying earlier about that epoxy? Got a little bit of epoxy on there, and it's hard to get off now, so it's going to have to stay. And I tried sanding some of it off, but it didn't want to come off. So that's all, you always got to be diligent on taking that epoxy off and making sure it's all cleaned up. I had the rubbing alcohol on here, out here, and I just didn't do it. So let me get all set up over here at the buffer, and we'll be right back with you. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start with the blade. Alrighty folks, there she is. The only thing left to do is take her in and put a little oil on her and wipe her down, and maybe I'll let you in on that and watch the color change on that. Alrighty, I'm not sure how well you guys can see this here, but this is just a little boiled linseed oil here. It's not quite as dramatic now because the buffer kind of really shines that up. I'll give her 2 or 3 coats here and call it good. Give you a good look at it before we stop this video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.